Again, my first instinct is to be like, yo, MTV Raps. Yeah. Happy 50th anniversary to my grandparents. I want to thank my dad for not freaking out when I told him I was moving 1,300 miles away to move in with a boy he had only met 2 times. I like to thank my mom for pointing out the cute boy in all the pictures I was in.
Big props.
I want to thank my little sister and my maid of honor. Growing up, things weren't always easy. We weren't always best friends, but I appreciate our friendship more than you would know now. And I'm looking forward to your speech later. Better not make fun of me. I want to thank Sam and Vince. Sam Plord and Vince Mercandetti for being the little birdie on my shoulder telling me, stop being such an idiot and date him already.
They were all Team David. Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Thanks to all of our Florida Full Sail friends who are here. You know, I appreciate you coming all the way up from Florida and having this good time with us, as well as the people who have really come from across the country. I want everyone to have a good dinner. I want people to enjoy the open bar. I want to get their butts on the dance floor and dance all night long. And I just want you to leave and say I had a really good time while they were really cheesy and sappy and love each other. And have fun.
Yeah, the big day is August 24th, 2013.
I came home and she says, who's that cute boy you're standing next to in all of these pictures?
My full name is David Currier Pally.
I met Dave sophomore year of college
At Quinnipiac University.
at a party through mutual friends.
I had known of her because she had met a few of my roommates.
And we had common friends, so he showed up and I met him kind of casually at that party.
And I knew everyone said she was really cool.
Well, I was very, very close with his roommates.
It really did not take long after that for us to become friends.
The more and more we hung out, the more and more I could say is my buddy Pally.
By the time of senior year, we were best friends.
I never called him Dave until we started dating. So sophomore year, junior year, senior year, the whole entire time we were friends, he was just my buddy Pally.
Just because she loved to hang out with us. And, you know, I could tell her anything at that point.
Well, by the time we hit senior year of college, Dave and I were really inseparable.
Ironically, it was Valentine's Day 2009.
It's really the romantic part of the story. On Valentine's Day of senior year, we were watching the NBA dunk contest with Vince.
When we were leaving, Vince kind of put the idea in my head.
In my mind, I was like, well, aren't you gonna stay?
Of really us kind of being, she and I being more than friends.
It's the moment that I probably then got online and was like, why didn't you stay with me?
You know, she was my best friend at that point, and, you know, this was Kara. You know, I was afraid to risk the friendship to try and jump into something greater than that.
Maybe this was really weird right now, but maybe it could be something.
One really awful pickup line later.
So I was getting ready to go to sleep on the couch. I had my blanket, my pillow ready. And I'm thinking, you know, he could make a move. Yeah, I would be okay with that at this point. He could make a move.
I went for it.
He goes, you want to end this night on a high note?
And she shot me down at that first one.
Is he using a pickup line right now?
And she said, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
And the look of horror on his face.
At that point, I just swallowed my pride, said, well, I'm going to bed.
5 seconds later, I get a text from Vince saying, what did you just do?
Shot me down pretty hard, but I came back the next day and minus the pickup line went for it.
Similar situation. I think he knew better night 2 not to use a pickup line. So that was the first kiss story. He finally got his kiss.
It didn't take long. That was after 2 weeks, and after a couple of months when I was leaving for Florida.
Absolute moment of like, ugh, like now you're really going. And I think we both sobbed like babies in the parking lot.
At that point, because I never cry, and I cried like a girl when I said goodbye to her, because she was staying in Massachusetts and I was going to Florida.
Sucked, and then it's a 4-hour car ride for me to get back home. I'm gonna miss him. Like, even if we weren't dating, I think I would have missed him. He's my best friend. And this is one person that I'm not gonna see for the next, who knows, until I can afford to buy plane tickets down to Florida and visit him.
The way I felt saying goodbye to her said the only thing I could think of was I never wanted to end.
So it sucked. But it didn't feel like this is the end.
Didn't know how things were going to turn out, but all I knew I was willing to fight to keep it going. That's one reason why I knew we would work, is because we knew we were worth the risks.
We weren't the type of couple that marriage was a taboo subject.
I was trying to do some grand gesture.
I was establishing myself at work. Dave's graduating, he's in school, he's finding a job, so.
I was having all of her friends try and fly down or come down to surprise her after I did it.
Money is not just like flow in to buy a ring.
I made this whole collage of pictures of us over the years.
But I knew eventually that someday it would happen. He always told me that when I have a job, when I have an income, the first thing I'm saving up for is a ring.
This had been in the works for about 4 months.
And pops up a message from Vince. I have no idea what that message said, but I saw the message before it, which was a whole conversation of, do you have it?
And apparently she knew everything. So much for the surprise.
It must have been Friday, because I came home from work and the plan was to go out to dinner. Dave had made reservations at a Mexican restaurant in Baldwin Park.
I still think she was happy nonetheless. Even though I really wanted it to happen, I was still shaky, I was still nervous, just because, you want them to say yes always, but, you still get that thought in your head.
So this whole time I know it's about to happen. And me being the brat that I am, poked at him the whole entire time, being like, maybe we should go somewhere else. All I remember is turning around and seeing him down on one knee. I knew I was going to say yes, and I knew what he was about to ask, but all of a sudden I was just like, okay, put it on my hand. And it took me a second to process, I know what he was just going to ask, but still I got really shaky, and my knees were shaky and my hands were shaky. And then all of a sudden I looked to land, and my friends are popping up behind cars and bushes and trash cans being like, surprise, we're here.
But all of her friends surprised her, and we went out that night and had a really good time, and I think she really enjoyed it.
It wasn't a surprise leading up, but that didn't ruin the moment at all. And having all my friends there, well, not all my friends, but having some good friends there, having a fantastic night with everyone was awesome.
Well, if I had something to say to her right now, I would say how excited I am. I've been waiting a long time for this to happen. I was waiting my entire life to meet someone just like you, who can make me feel the way I do. The only way I could describe it is I'm really happy. I'm just happy all the time. Nothing really gets me down. And it's all thanks to you. You've really brought the best out of me.
I would like to thank.
We would like to thank. We're a we now. We're
I guess
married.
that's
We're a
true.
we now. We would like to thank all of you for being here tonight. You're our favorite people, our friends, our family, the people that we go to when we need guidance and just to chat or just to have fun. And we really appreciate you being here today. We're going to remember this day for the rest of our lives. We hope you have a great time. And I can't wait for 50 years from now to look back on this video, even though technology might be outdated and we've got to buy a special equipment. And that was dumb. Erase that. But other than that, I'm really excited that you're here. We're really excited that you're here. And we hope you have fun. And we want you to enjoy the night. And thank you for being a part of our special day.